Alright, so while we're at headquarters, we'll just continue on with
So we have gained the mages. Excellent.
some recon,
Should be able to
intel,
seal the breach.
recon.
You are certain you experienced time travel? Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
I just love how he asks very philosophical questions that can't really be answered
What an amazing...
by the common mortal.
It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witness.
You really shouldn't worry too much about it. I think we can better prepare ourselves this time around.
I know enough. If that future happened, then I, and Cassandra, Cullen and the rest failed to stop this Elder One. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself. For? This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
So are you implying that
We'll talk later.
I'm on the Elder One's radar and he is coming after me? Well, that's just what we want him to think. That's what we want him to do, because now we're prepared. Or at least we'll try to prepare for his assault on Ferelden, Orlais, and the rest of the world.
Magic exists to serve man and never and turned it against his children.
I'm not sure if you guys could have heard that conversation there, but basically it's just more NPC banter.
Nice work at Redcliffe. I could help the mages learn to work with Inquisition soldiers if you like. Not that the chief has any apostates in the group.
I think you should be at ease. I'm pretty much,
Ironbolt
you know.
said the chargers were at my disposal. Do you have any suggestions on how to use them?
The Templars have holed up in Thorinfar Redoubt. No idea what's happening inside. I could have some of the boys poke around. If nothing else, we get a better look at the land.
I mean, Solace is an apostate mage as well, so I really don't think it's a big deal. At this point, at least. Whatever they can provide for us, we'll take gladly.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
Don't worry, big guy, I'll protect you. Don't worry at all.
I've got no problem with normal magic, but Tevinter goes beyond all reason. I know, right? The Vints are always pushing. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it. What can I do for you?
Well, I actually don't know much about you.
See you later, Bo. See ya.
Or about the Quinari for that matter, but
So if we get better orders,
no, we can't do that, can we? Horses, Dracolisks, hearts, exotics. We have none of the above. We only have a Ferelden Forder. It's a lot of choices of horses, you know? It's a lot of choices.
Are faster and stronger than anything we've got here. A good horse will make all the difference. The mare I grew up with saved my life. She died.
Our favorite Grey Warden.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen it. I've been meaning to thank you. There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
I got your back, man.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
I've never been more certain of my decision to join you.
I promise we'll make a better future.
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look forward to it.
Shall we talk about yourself?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I expected more. More men, better equipment. You may have Andraste's favor, but wars are won by men, soldiers.
That's definitely a part of it.
Avoiding war altogether would be ideal.
True enough. Still, it never hurts to be prepared. One thing I will say about your men. They're passionate, devoted. You inspire them. Build on that foundation, and you will have an army that makes nations tremble.
I'm not Darth Vader, Blackwall. That's not really my
You must have
intent.
some feelings about our friends.
Have you seen the stories Varric's been writing? His descriptions of me are colourful, to say the least.
Oh, I'll bet. He has a very vast imagination and creativity.
Cullen. He's got the look of a man who's been through too much. He's seen the best and the worst of humanity, and I think he still struggles with where that leaves him. Still, I trust him to watch my back.
Cullen's definitely very loyal and very handy.
What do you think of Haven?
It's a war camp that was once a pilgrim's refuge. It's the state of the world, though, isn't it? Holy ground turned into a battlefield. Pity about that temple. Would have been nice to see it.
Yeah, well, not much
What
we
do you
can
think
do
about all
about
this
that.
trouble between the mages and Templars?
Looking at it from where we stand, it seems inevitable. But that could be hindsight. How many of us actually saw it coming? Either way, I don't think the Chantry will ever recover.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
Yes, technically I'm in charge, but it doesn't mean much. We have to fight as one. We have to lead the Inquisition to victory.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
Just chill out there, buddy. We got a war to
This
win.
never ends, evidently.
Where there's people, there are problems. But where
Is
there's
there an
people,
issue with
there's
the
also
mages?
hope.
Can I help?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Indeed, I did.
I had to think on my feet, and I did what I could.
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
Flatterer. That's not much of a pickup line.
We wouldn't be here at all if you hadn't stood up against the Chantry.
You're being kind.
You're discounting your role in this.
Let's close the breach. Then we can say how successful I was.
True say. I guess Commander Cullen is next on the talk list.
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
One God, and He is our Maker.
What's the problem now?
Happy with how I brought in the mages. You have a problem with me as well.
Of course not. I have no intention of endangering your alliance. I must ensure the safety of those here. That concern extends to the mages. They are putting themselves at risk for the Inquisition, as are you. Any precautions taken are meant to aid you, nothing more. I hope you will accept them as such.
Way to kill the buzz with "Are you with anyone?" I mean, it's not even about that. It's about the mages and how they're adapting to the Inquisition as allies and not as,
What do you think of our ambassador?
I guess,
We have little. How she delights in me
recruits, really.
is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
How do you like working with Liliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods. She's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, and Liliana is just as responsible for its formation.
Status on the
Are you
soldiers?
satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable in training new recruits.
I should let you get back to work.
I think that's it for the chat time. Actually, no, never mind. I think I'm still missing Vivian. So we'll pop in. Okay, what the heck was that? Minor pauses, minor flaws of, I guess, the console. So I think we're gonna chat with Vivian and then move on to Falomire, I guess. That's pretty much it. No other destination we need to go to. Where is she now? I think she's around the corner here. Actually, she's probably behind the pillar on the left-hand side. She's somewhere. No, yes. Yes.
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable. Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
While that may be true, I don't think I'll be able to do that.
We can handle the mages. There's no need for Templars.
Have any of these men faced an abomination before, my dear? Have you? The veil is broken, and the raw power of the Fade rushes out like floodwaters through a shattered levee. You know as well as I do that mages attract demons where the veil is thin. And if demons can walk our world with no blood magic to summon them, how safe do you think our allies are? There has never been a greater threat to mages than the Breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
That's true, but I prefer to trust them instead.
You have a low opinion of your fellow mages.
It's not a matter of opinion, my dear. I have a close relationship with reality. Many of our colleagues do not. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
I don't think the Templars are the only solution to this problem.
You're right, but Templars are a poor solution.
They are men, and all men are flawed. That some fail does not mean that none should try. The fact remains that there is no cure for an abomination except death. Someone must strike the killing blow. Who shall lower the blade if not a Templar? Tell me something. You said once that you wanted to change things. What future would you build for mages?
Ah, the money question. Freedom.
Mages should be treated like anybody else.
You are not the first to forget that the walls of our towers kept the wolves out as much as they kept us in. We hate the Templars when they stand over us in judgment, but we thank them with all our hearts when they keep the mob at bay. It's something to consider, my dear.
Yes, that's also true, but I feel that mages deserve a chance to live their life. Despite the circumstances, I really don't believe that the circle is the answer to mage problems. There's always going to be that, I guess, segregation and discrimination towards magic users, and I really want to see a change for that. Despite the risks, I mean, definitely there could be a significant risk if our allies become demons. If they become possessed, obviously we're going to be in a very bad position. But at the end of the day, since I made the decision to sort of invite them in as allies as opposed to just conscripting them. This basically already set the tone for the storyline and for what my character stands for. So we're going to play through it with the belief that we believe all mages should be equal and should be given the right to freedom despite the consequences. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see if that even makes a difference near the end of the game, near the end of this playthrough. But it will be very interesting to see how that plays out at the end of the story. And of course, there's going to be an excessively long loading screen. But we are back to the fallow mire at the old thoroughfare. We are here to finish up the quest and move on, or at least hopefully move on to the sealing of the breach. I'm pretty sure it's not the last main quest because I think recommended is levels 8 to 11. So we're probably not even, I'm gonna guess that we're not halfway through the game yet. Although that might prove to be extremely wrong. I really don't know at this point. Alright, so I have highlighted the checkpoint which we need to go to. On the world map, of course. And what's this? We've aggravated already some zombies, which I plan to just ignore for now. Misty Grove. No, don't fight them. It's a waste of time. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Okay, so I think Dorian used up some of his mana cooldown. I don't think we can run past these guys, but at least we kept the damage to a minimal, and we were able to preserve some potions because we're capped out at 12 per party at this point. But I'm pretty sure there's a way to enlarge the potions bag and allow us to carry more potions moving forward. Hopefully that is the case here. But I haven't gotten any Inquisition perks for the last, oh, I don't know, maybe 20 episodes, I would say. Well, maybe 15, 20, perhaps. So these bowmen should be eliminated shortly afterwards. We need to press forward a little bit more towards the southeast region. Sorry, actually, correction, it's southwest. But these zombies are not really cooperating here. Just continue to waste our time and not giving us the XP we deserve. Really. Alright, so we're very close to the Black Wall quest, where we have to retrieve the Warden artifacts, because apparently they've gone missing and we don't know where they've gone off to. You know, were they kidnapped? Were they killed off? We just don't know what happened at this point in time. And I actually don't recall this area. I don't recall, you know, exploring this area very thoroughly, but just not a lot happening. Yeah, just more zombies to kill.
They're endless. Run for the castle.
They're endless. Run to the castle. Yes, well. we're right in the epicenter of it, so we can't exactly, you know, just run to the castle because. Oh, we should search the area. Hargrave Keep. Another Avar defender. These would be equivalent to the heavy hitters from Templar side of the army. And of course we're taking a lot of damage again. I think we need to back off a little bit here. Yeah, okay. Alright. Let's do that. These heavies are a lot tougher than I expected. They can take a big beating. You see here, I'm not doing any damage, bro. I'm doing very minimal damage. Yeah. Took me a while. Took me a while. And there's another one, actually. Oh, never mind, it's a zombie. Right. Anyways. So where's the artifact then? We got fireballs and lightning bolts and other crazy shebang. Alright, so there are two icons on both sides of this area. One is across the drawbridge, which we're staring at right now, and there's another one that is probably right underneath or on top of the entrance we've just gone through about 2 minutes ago. Alright, we're getting close. We have some armor upgrades, we have a sword upgrade, I believe. Even have a supply cache. Alright, so we can open the door here. Let me see if we can open this door. No, we can't. We need Deft Hands, Fine Tools. That's the Inquisition perk we need. So that's not helpful. That is not helpful. What do we do? What do we do? Well, we can pull on the drawbridge, which will open the gate. We have a cinematics, a Resident Evil type cinematics, where it sort of zooms in on the door. And, yeah. Still need Deft Hands. So let's backtrack a little bit. Push forward. Still pushing forward. Excuse me. Found a couple of Avar warriors. These guys are probably heavy hitters as well. Yeah, I'm not doing much damage to this guy right here. He's actually blocking some of my attacks. Looks like magic does a lot more damage than me. Magic is definitely more effective. And probably more dangerous, of course. Okay. What do we have here? No, I don't care about that. So let's continue to move up. I think we're close. I think we're very close. But first we'll grab the blue vitriol and we have enough to fill the Inquisition. Yippity-doo. There's another one as well, so I'm just gonna push forward and see what we get here. Ooh, what the heck is this? We got a boss.